Alrighty, well hello everybody and welcome back to Way the Hunter once again. We are out here back on Aurora shores. So my original plan for this weekend was to try my best to get through this week of my own work and everything and try and get my rares aged up to where I could harvest them for this video. Oh boy, did that not work because I think I somehow forgot how long it takes to age things up in general, even if you're really trying, and especially if you don't exactly know how young a young really is. So remember, we have one albino bison and we have two melanistic moose. All of them were young when we last checked in. I've now gotten both melanistic moose to adult, and the albino bison was still young last I checked. And I've been if I change time, I go and check. It's been every single time. Now, I did just change time for what should have been the third time. So now my two melanistic moose should both be 5 years old, and the albino bison, hopefully by now, is at least an adult. But I don't know for sure. I've got this, cow moose very alert to my existence. And she is traveling with a male moose. He's down there as well somewhere. But let's just kind of hope that they don't go aggressive. I'm gonna be ready. What do we think? You stay over there, don't bother me, and I won't bother you. Yeah, see? Oh, he's uneven. We're gonna get rid of that. That's the first time I've gotten that close to him. I usually spook them running out of the lodge and slipping down that hillside. I didn't realize he was that uneven. So we'll grab him and just keep going to check on our bison. See if he's finally made it to the adult stage. Slowly, I've been noticing, I think some of the genetics of some of the stuff out here have been getting better. Not incredibly better, but they're doing better than they were. I was looking so straight on it, I couldn't see the little bullet trap. Yeah, 38%. He was definitely in need of a new attempt of genetics. That black bear keeps calling. He still lives over there. But I'm gonna go up this hillside and get closer to where the bison should be. Okay, so I can see our bison. There's his single female that he travels with. There's a red fox that likes to make lots of noise. You are still considered young. That's kind of a shame and kind of annoying. This caribou herd here has been slowly getting better as we continue on. Hello? Where are you going? Did you just take off from that whole distance? Alright. So my bison is still young, which is kind of frustrating, honestly. But we're gonna run down, we're gonna check on our two melanistic moose. And in the meantime, while I'm traveling there, I think I'm gonna have you guys just see what I've been up to. So, cue the montage, I guess. Alrighty, so as I get up here, and you've seen now kind of the extent of shooting that's been going on recently, we've got our first of the 2 melanistic moose hanging out over here. He is still just a 1-star adult, and he's living with this other 1-star adult. Now this guy does have palmation, but this guy has more overall, like, spread to his antlers, per se. I can get a slightly closer look with my scope. He's just barely uneven. So, if this cow will get out of the way, I'm pretty sure, yeah, so on this moose's right side, he has one more tine on the upper end than he does have on his right. No. On his right, he has more. His left, he has one less. You can see it right there at the top. So I'm going to be letting these guys just kind of grow and hang out. This guy is older, so he's going to kind of be my marker for what this guy looks like at the end of his life cycle. So that'll be it from these guys. But yeah, he's got palmation. This guy doesn't, but this is his first, maybe his second year as an adult, and it's his, I think, 3rd year as an adult. They're getting pretty good size, but we're gonna head down to the last Melamoose zone, and then from there we're gonna go check on a couple of higher fitness animals to see if maybe I have a 5-star to grab. But yeah, I'd say they're doing pretty good. Very happy with them. So I guess these guys just rendered in. There's the second Mela. He's with a 2-star mature, another 1-star adult, and he is a 1-star adult. But that 2-star mature up there I think looks pretty good, and that's why I'm letting him go. And this 1-star adult is older than he is, so when our melanistic was at his last year of being a young, he was bigger than this adult was. So that's why I have got pretty high hopes for this melanistic. And the fact that he's with a really nice looking 2-star mature, he gets to hang out as long as he wants. They are right off of this lake, right off this campsite, and this is where I have their drink zone marked. They are like right on top of you if they happen to be drinking at this zone, because their other drink zone is like 900 meters down this little creek. And when they, you know, I fast traveled over here and they didn't render in. I was like, well, maybe I'll just like start walking down, and I guess I started walking down and they at some point rendered in. But now they're just chilling up on the hillside. But from here, we're going to go check on a couple of high fitness animals over in the private land area and see if I have a 5-star yet. Alrighty, so down here on the public land, it seems that the 4-star mature that I was watching has disappeared. But this herd over here has a 3-star mature, a 3-star mature. He's hiding up here amongst these like 4 deer areas. And then we have a 2-star mature, and this 2-star mature is obviously much younger than the others. So I have pretty high hopes for him. But there's also several mature females. But yeah, there's a 1-star young. But the 4-star mature that I was watching was a single buck that was over in this side. And since I haven't actually managed to go pick up his zone, I'm gonna go sneak over there and see if I can't find his zone current and maybe his other one and find him if he's still alive. I wanted to grab that specifically because I wanted to see. So that should be his zone. So if that's his one zone, maybe his other is on that little cluster of water. So I unintentionally missed a little bit of recording between here and the next clip. So we actually headed over to the lake, got a call from a male SITKA deer, and I decided on the chance it was him to start calling him in. And lo and behold, it certainly was him, and we have him on the way in. This is going to be like a really close shot to the extent of where I wish that I had a bow instead. But we don't, so we're going to do it with trusty M1. Perfect. Now, admittedly, he was not 5 stars, but this was, in fact, his last year. And since he was a single in a herd, I felt like it was okay to take him. Let's see if I can't jostle these. Alright, well, let's crouch and get set up for a nice picture. That looks pretty good to me. Move it just a little bit. Now let's claim the animal and see just how good he was as a 4-star. Managed a direct heart shot, cavity damage to the artery and the right lung. Straight in, did exactly what we wanted to. But like, look at him. He's so pretty. 77%. So yeah, I don't think he would have ever made it to a 5-star at that percentage. I think to make it to 5-star, he's got to be over like 85 or something like that. I'm really glad that we did end up taking him. I'm not going to taxidermize him, even though he's the best SITKA I've ever taken so far. I think we're just going to sell him. Pretty solid. But yeah, I'm still definitely going to keep hunting and kind of keep trying to get the rest of my animals mature so we can take them. Hopefully, they will all 3 be in one video. If not, we're definitely going to do the 2 moose back to back in the same video. But that's the plan. That's all I've got for you today. So I appreciate you all for hanging out with me today. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye!